Hey guys, Hayden here. I gotta be super quiet. It's past midnight here, but the Nintendo investor meeting, the annual general shareholder meeting, just finished up, and some cool tidbits came out about various things. So I'm just kind of gonna go through these, give you guys a summary, and my thoughts kind of along the way. So I've got notes here. Um, so Nintendo reconfirms that the NX is still coming out. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm dropping my notes. I'm dropping my notes everywhere. All right. Nintendo reconfirmed that the NX is coming out in March of 2017, so that's really good news. They definitely need that NX to come out next year. It's kind of funny because they also said that the Wii U will still fly off the shelves. I think that's how they worded it. I don't remember. In 2017, but Zelda's the only Wii U game they have coming out in 2017. So that doesn't really make sense. So they definitely need the NX. Um, One thing that they said about the NX that kind of I don't really get is that I mean I get it, but it kind of goes against what they said before is that they didn't want to show the NX at E3 because they didn't want people copying. They didn't want to show it off too early because they didn't want people to copy what they were doing. I guess that makes sense, but we also heard that the Nintendo wanted to delay the NX until they were ready to show off what they have. So I don't know. They're both good reasons, but they just kind of go against each other a little bit. Um, what else did they say on the NX? They said a few things on the NX. Um, I'm gonna go through my notes here, and I'm also really tired because again, it's like past midnight here. I'm super zonked. But Zelda NX. Let's talk about Zelda NX. They didn't really say much on the game. They just kind of reassured that it's the same experience on Wii U and NX, but they also said that they're working really hard on the NX version, which makes me think that they're really trying to add they're trying to do one of two things. Either add some really awesome visual flares, some really awesome true HD visuals, or they're trying to adapt the controls to the NX. We still don't know what the NX is going to be like control-wise, and Zelda Breath of the Wild was made with the Wii U in mind. So they might have to adapt the controls a bit for the NX version. So either the visuals or the controls, or both, I think is what they're really working on with the NX version. Um, so let's talk about here. Let me go back to this. So let's talk. I'm sorry, I'm super disorganized. Let's talk about mobile though. Nintendo has said that the Fire Emblem mobile game that they recently announced and the Animal Crossing mobile game are going to be coming out this fall. That's pretty cool because Nintendo really doesn't have that much coming out this year. And those mobile games, of course, with in-game transactions, could definitely pick up the slack. I'm interested to see what they can do. Animal Crossing, I can kind of already imagine what it's going to be like. But Fire Emblem, that's a strategy RPG, and with in-game transactions, like again, I don't know a lot about mobile games, but I'm really interested to see what they could actually do with that. Um, I don't know. I guess we'll find out more. But they said that Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem will be coming out this fall, so that's something I'll probably check out because they're probably going to be free games anyway. But regarding mobile games, they also said that by March of 2017, they will have five different mobile games available. Now, if you think about it, there's Miitomo, so that's one, Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing. So that leaves two more. Now, I don't know if Pokemon Go counts or not because Pokemon Go, I think it's being developed by Game Freak, but Miyamoto also said that he played a really big part in the game. So who knows? There's at least still one IP that we don't know about that Nintendo's working on for mobile. So I guess we'll find that out at a later date. Um, what else do we got to talk about? Oh yeah, Sun and Moon. So Sun and Moon will be coming out worldwide in November, obviously. But Nintendo said there's lots of other first-party and third-party games, big ones, on the way. So I, I'm not really keeping up with the third-party games that much, but there's definitely some big indie games coming out, like Shantae's coming out. Again, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm super tired. But in regards to first-party games, there's Metroid Federation Force and Paper Mario Color Splash, which like those aren't huge games, to be honest, but I don't know. So that was just one thing that they talked about. Um, Let me see. The game machine, so the game console, like a home console, is still Nintendo's core um, business. It's still their core like draw to the company. So that's really good. That's really reassuring. Don't want them to go full mobile. I never thought they would, but they just kind of said that's nice. But they really want good synergy between My Nintendo, mobile, and their dedicated game consoles. My Nintendo, I haven't even signed up for it because honestly, it's a piece of shit right now. I don't see the point of it. But if they can make some really good compatibility features with their mobile games and their home consoles, that would be really cool because as of right now, I don't give a flying fuck about my Nintendo. Let's be real. Um, Now they also talked about. I'm gonna skip through some of this stuff because not all of it's important. Um, oh yeah, so here's a funny one. The first question asked in the Q&A session, I think it was the first question, someone has a problem with the fact that the board of directors for the past like 20 years has been only men. There's been no women on it, which is like, come the fuck on. It doesn't really matter. And besides, like, there's lots of developers, like female developers that are awesome. Like, I think the lead developer in Yoshi's Woolly World was a girl, and that game was beautiful and it was a lot of fun. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. But Nintendo has, oh, let's talk about virtual reality. So, um, Nintendo, they don't have anything to show about virtual reality or to talk about, but they are really doing some research into it. So that's really exciting. But when they were talking about virtual reality, they also said that they want to make it very they want to make it affordable for families because, as you guys know, virtual reality is a fucking lot of money to invest in. And you also need a lot of space. So Nintendo basically wants to make a very affordable. If they do go down the virtual reality route, they want to make it very affordable, but they also want to make it good for long play sessions. As you know, like when I play a Nintendo game, I want to just sit down for hours and engulf myself in the world that the game is presenting me with. And I'm sure they want to do that with virtual reality too. But virtual reality, at least from what I've seen, doesn't really suit long play sessions that well. So that's kind of something that they want to focus on. Oh yeah, quality of life. That's apparently still a thing that they're working on. Who really cares? Um, Let's see. So, someone asked a very good question, in my opinion, about a controller for mobile games. So, the Nintendo, if they want to make, they do want to make action mobile games, I guess. So, someone asked if there's going to be a separate controller for that because that would make it an action game a lot easier to play. When you've got like passive games like Animal Crossing and Miitomo, they don't really require quick button inputs, so they work really well on a mobile device. But an action game like, for example, Mario or something um, I'm not saying that there's a Mario mobile game in development. I'm just using that as an example. I would love to have a controller for that instead of buttons on a touchscreen. It's too finicky. It's not responsive enough for me to like it. So, like I've played Mario games on an emulator on my iPod, and it doesn't work. So they do want to make action games, but they don't want to use a controller. They want to make it work without a controller. So that's interesting, but we'll see. Nintendo's full of some crafty fuckers, so we'll see. Um, Nintendo also wants to uh, oh my Jesus. I can't even read my own writing. They want to use different types of media. By the way, none of this is getting edited at all. I'm literally uploading this and going to bed. I'm so tired. Nintendo wants to use other forms of media to reach more people. They've been using like TV commercials a lot, they said, but it's a matter of getting the right media with the right timing, which I guess I get that. But they also said it's been kind of a focus lately or in the past that they just want to build their demographic regardless of age, gender, or sex. But what was it that they said they want to change it to now? Um, oh my God, I can't fucking. You know what? Fuck it. We're moving on. I don't care. I can't even find that part. But something that I think is complete bullshit is they talked about how the Wii U. So Nintendo blamed other tablet manufacturers and cheap tablet knockoffs or whatever as something that made the Wii U less successful. That is, I think that is so stupid. That is such a bad reason. Like the Wii U gamepad is the poorest excuse I've ever seen for a tablet. I, I like the Wii U gamepad for games that it works in, but it's not a good tablet. It doesn't have multi-touch. It needs a freaking console to function, and it has no internal memory. It's literally just a controller. So Nintendo blaming their success or their lack of success with the Wii U on other tablets, I think that's complete bullshit. I think that is really dumb. Um, let's see, what else do we wanna what else do we want to talk about here? Um, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a bunch of other things. One other thing I do want to talk about is Nintendo Directs. They do want to have a bigger focus on Nintendo Directs going forward and other forms of media delivery, different ways of delivering their news and their all that kind of stuff to us. Of course, they can't do Iwata asks anymore, but they do want to explore new creative ways of getting their ideas to us. So those are just kind of some of the interesting things. There's a lot of things that I missed out on that or like that I wrote down but I didn't talk about. I just didn't find them that interesting. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. If there's something I missed that you guys want to talk about, then of course get talking in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, of course, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Nintendo coverage and other just other stuff, man, like Nintendo stuff. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. All right, peace out, guys. See you later.